Hey, Jordy here with FixMyCabinet.com. In this video I'm going to show you how to fix a warped Formica or plywood cabinet door. There's the curve of the warp and the edge of the cabinet door. Okay, this is an interesting looking contraption, but what I've done, I place a 2x4 in the center of this table and I set the door on top of it, and then I use Jorgensen clamps on either end of the door, and I tighten the clamps down to reverse the curve in the door, and then I'll leave that set overnight. Here's an up-close look of what we're doing here. See the clamp and the 2x4 in the center, the clamp on the other end. Once you let your door set for about 24 hours, if you come back and take the clamps off and it still has a severe warp in it, if you're working with Formica doors or flat plywood doors, this next method you can use on those doors. You'll be cutting on the back side. You'll need a skill saw. Whatever the thickness of the door is here, you want to set your skill saw blade so that there's 1/4 of an inch of solid wood left on the front side of the door. So I've got a 5-inch thick door. What I'm going to do is I would set my skill saw blade here to be 3/8 of an inch. That'll leave 1/4 of an inch of solid wood on the front side of my door. If I was working with a 3/4 of an inch thick door, I would set my skill saw blade to cut 1/2 of an inch deep. Now, I want to measure in on the width of the door, come in 1 inch on the back side, make a mark. On this side over here, come in 1 inch on the width, make a mark. And I want to make a series of cuts from that 1 inch line to the 1 inch line. That way I'm not going to damage the edge of my door. I'm in far enough. I won't have to do any refinish work on the edge. And I start making my cuts, make them 1/2 inch apart to 3/4 to an inch, depending on how severe the warp is. Just start cutting across there from your 1 inch line all the way to your 1 inch line. You can see what happens here by making this series of cuts. It relieves the pressure and the door will begin to straighten out and the curve will come out of that door. Now you're going to have to relaminate that back side with a new piece of Formica or real wood veneer to match your plywood doors. Whenever you do that relamination work, whenever you do the adhesion and you're rolling it out, set the door on a flat surface and roll it out. Then take a look at it. If it still has a little bit of a warp in it, when you're rolling it out again, you can put a piece of wood underneath it, underneath one end, and that'll cause the door to be like that, and then you can roll it out so it'll curve a little bit and you can pull that curve out of the door. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Jordy Christo with FixMyCabinet.com. Have a great day.